The reason your story is flat and boring is very simple. You don't know what your story is. I know you're thinking to yourself, I know what my story is. It's about this guy and he's in this world and he does this and he does that. Yes, of course, it is about that guy and it is about that world. What you probably don't know is the conflict. What's the problem they're solving? What is your protagonist doing from moment to moment to solve this problem? Everything that they do has to be a conflict. And so you need to know what those conflicts are that are going to move you from point A to point B, to point A being the starting point and point B being the solution of the problem. To get there, you need a series of steps, and each of those steps need to be harder than the last. You need to sit down and you need to brainstorm. If I needed to get the love of my life, if I needed to rescue my kidnapped dog, because there's a dog barking in the background, what would be the steps that I would need to take to do that? What would be the obstacles I would face in trying to do that? You need to write those out. Don't worry about any order or anything. Just brainstorm ideas of obstacles that you would face. You're going to organize them in terms of increasing difficulty. Stealing a car is more difficult than calling a friend to come pick you up. Escaping from a train full of armed dog nappers is more serious than stealing a car. Weed out the ones that don't work for you and make those conflicts, those miniature objectives that are part of your overall objective, work in terms of your theme and in terms of getting to the problem that you need your hero to solve. If you've thought of your story in terms of solving problems, one after another, each of them leading towards this final problem, then you won't have a flat story. You may have other problems, but you won't have that problem. You won't have flatness and boringness. If you found this useful, share it around, give it a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and we'll talk soon. Me and the dog will. Bye for now.